morning. Let's all stand and give the presence to the Lord for prayer to be led by His heavenly.
Lord, please guide us today. May you provide us with clarity in order for us to understand the lesson itself. Please guide also our teachers.
Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
So before you take your seats, please pick the pieces of trash on the floor and arrange your chairs. Everything's in order. So I have here attendance sheet. So you're going to write your name and affix your signature beside you. Before we proceed with our discussion, let us first reminded of our classroom rules. Everyone, please read.
Engage actively in class. Show respect to everyone. Stay focused and prepared. Act responsibly. Yield to positivity.
Okay, so for us to have a smooth and enjoyable learning session, may we always be reminded of our classroom rules. So before we delve into our new lesson, I want to ask if what was our previous topic last week? Anyone? Yes, Miss.
Last week, we talked about footnote by Sarah.
So what is footnote in
Footnote talks about the complexities of youthful and their impulsiveness and the onset responsibilities of a man.
Alright, so it seems that you really understood our previous lesson. So I guess you're now ready for our new topic. But before that, let us first have an activity entitled
Yes.
Okay, so I will now be grouping you into 3 groups, and that will be your permanent group throughout our discussion. So please count out from 1 to
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's read the mechanics of the game. Everyone, please read.
The teacher will show pictures. Then the students will guess what the teachers are trying to convey by writing their answers on a board. Every correct answer will be rewarded with a point. When the 10 seconds timer ends, the groups must raise their boards to show their answers. The group that will win a total of 5 points will advance to the top 1.
Okay, so you may now proceed with your group mates. Everyone, for group 1, please occupy the first 3 rows on my left. For group 2, please occupy the first 3 rows on my right. And for group 3, please occupy the seats at the back. Okay, and the format representatives of the group, kindly come and get your Okay, so are you now ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed. Okay, you only have 10 seconds. Okay. Alright, raise your boards. Okay, so all of you got the correct answer. So, okay, let's proceed to the second. concept of our scoreboard. So for group 1, who are the ketchup group. So for group 2, cheese. And for group 3, the mayonnaise. Okay, so based on our activity, I'm sure that you already have an idea of what could be our topic for today. So anyone who can guess? Yes? Let's see. Alright, you're correct. So everyone, let's give her a cha-cha clap. Do you know how to do that? No? Before that, can you read your page first? So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Clap, clap, cha-cha-cha. Okay, so stand. Right? Let's do the clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Clap, clap, cha-cha-cha. Okay, so for us to know what are parts of an essay, we're going to have a sample essay, of course. But for you to know that, you must decipher these words, jumbled words first. So who can guess or tell me what? Yes, Miss Jen.
What is an educated Filipino?
Let's see. All right, so you're correct. So what is an educated Filipino by Francisco Benitez is our piece for today. So, but before that, let me present to you what are expected to do at the end of the lesson. Can you read?
Identify the different parts of an essay. Introduction, body, and conclusion. Provide a short summary of the essay of Francisco Benitez entitled, What is an Educated Filipino? According to its introduction, body, and conclusion. Make an essay by applying the 3 parts of an essay.
Before we proceed with our topic, I have here a module question. Can you read it?
What do you think is an educated Filipino?
So, any volunteer who can answer the question? Yes, Miss Lila.
For me, an educated Filipino is someone who is mindful and at the same time wise, is accepting of your intellectual. And at the same time, for me, an educated Filipino is one has an own learning with their knowledge, but at the same time, the value that they impose and the integrity they uphold.
Alright, what a great insight, Miss Feminine. So it proves that we all have our different perceptions about a certain or a specific thing. So before we proceed with the essay, let's first know the author of the story, or of the essay rather. So he is Francisco Benitez. Okay, everyone, please read.
Francisco Francia Benitez, Filipino, educator, writer, and essayist. Studied at the University of the Philippines and later continued his studies abroad, where he earned advanced degrees in education. He became a professor and later the dean of the College of Education at the University of the Philippines. Played a key role in developing the Philippine educational system during the early 20th century. He wrote educational essays that aim to strengthen Filipino identity and moral values.
The last one.
One of his most famous essays is What is an Educated Filipino? Francisco Benitez is remembered as a pillar of Philippine education. The Benitez Hall, College of Education building at the University of the Philippines, Diliman is named in his honor.
Alright, so Francisco Benitez is a well-known educator and writer. So he is recognized for his contributions to the Philippine literature and education. He's also a pioneer of education and a founding member of the University of the Philippines faculty. So up until today, his works is still remembered by the policymakers, teachers, and students. So this, don't worry because I have a copy. Can you get one? that because it will be our guide as we continue our discussion. Alright, for the first part of an essay, we have introduction. So everyone, please read.
An introduction for an essay or research paper is the first paragraph, which explains the topic and prepares the reader for the rest of the work. A sentence that grabs the reader's attention, like a quote, question, or fact. Background information gives context or a short explanation of the topic. Thesis statement states the main idea or purpose of the essay.
Alright, so the introduction is the first part of an essay where the writer gives the reader an idea about what will be the topic or what the topic will be about. So it catches the reader's attention and presents the main idea or the thesis statement. So in connection with the essay, what do you think is the hook that he used in the essay? So, yes, Miss Alvin.
So based from here, the author used the question, which is, what is an educated Filipino and what qualities should distinguish him today?
Alright, you're correct. So it is the hook of the essay. For the next part, in connection with the essay of Francisco Benitez, in his introduction, he explains that the concept of education changes with society. So as the Philippines undergoes social transformation, it is important that we must or they must identify the qualities of educated Filipino must possess to meet national ends. And for the next part of the essay, we have the body. Everyone can read.
The body of an essay is where you develop and explain your main points with supporting details.
Continue reading.
The main idea or topic sentence introduces the main point of each paragraph. Supporting details explains or gives evidence, examples, and reasons that support the main idea. Transitions, words or phrases that connect ideas smoothly between sentences and paragraphs. Examples: first, also, however, therefore.
Alright, so the body is the main part of an essay where the writer explains, supports, and develops the main topic. So it also gives the explanations or the evidences of the argument. And it also consists of 3 paragraphs. So again, who can come in front and label where are the bodies of the essay here? Anyone? Yes, Ms. Charizel. The bodies, the 3 paragraphs. Come in front and label. Alright, let's see if she is correct. Alright, so you got the correct answer. So just like in the body of the essay that Mr. Benitez wrote, he explains or he described the changes in the life of the Filipino people. So as the Philippines undergoes social transformation, better communication, religious freedom, and national institution. So education has shifted from being private to a public function that is tied to social development, welfare. Okay. So education has shifted from being a private to a public function that is tied to citizenship, social development, and welfare. So in his essay, he outlines the qualities of a educated Filipino, such as, can you read?
Lako.
Critical and reflective thinking, economic self-sufficiency, social efficiency, and moral integrity.
Alright, so what do we mean by critical and reflective thinking? Anyone? Yes, Miss Jonah.
So, critical and reflective thinking is the ability to think independently from conviction and actively participate in societal progress.
Alright, so you gave the detailed description of critical and reflective thinking, so I won't add to it anymore. So for the next, what do you mean by economic self-sufficiency? Yes, Ms. Kevin?
It is the capacity to support oneself and contribute to the nation's economic development via just superficial knowledge.
Alright. And for the last one, what do we mean by social efficiency and moral integrity? Yes, Ms. Denise.
So social efficiency and moral integrity is the ability to participate in community life, respect traditions, uphold morality, and provide valuable services to family, community, and nation.
Alright, thank you for your answers. So let's proceed with the last part of the essay, which is the conclusion. Can you read?
The conclusion is the ending of an essay that sums up the ideas and gives a final message.
Continue reading.
The statement of the thesis. Reading idea in a new way. Summary of main points. Briefly reviews the key ideas discussed in the body. Closing statement. Gives a final thought, reflection, or call to action to leave a strong impression.
Alright, so the conclusion is the last part of the essay that summarizes and restates the statement. So it gives the reader a clear closing and final message. And so in his conclusion, he included that the Filipino has a mark with three essential traits. And what are these traits? Based from the copy that I sent. Yes, Ms. Jenna. Yes,
So, the three evidence of the educated citizen is the power to do, to support himself, and contribute well for the people, or of our people.
Alright, so based from the essay, is there any changes from your perception about what is an educated Filipino? Especially you, Ms. Helen, because you're the one who answered my question about it. Is there any changes or?
Yes, because just like what was being stated in the first paragraph, in which our perception about education changes depends on the situations that we are currently facing.
Alright, so it proves that our perception about something changes over time depending on the influence of something or someone. Class, always remember that the essay is like a burger. The top bun is our introduction. The veggies and the meat are the bodies. And the bottom bun is the conclusion. So that explains the theme of our scoreboard. So are you now ready with our next activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so everyone, please read the instructions.
For each round, the teacher will flash the table consisting the parts of an essay for 5 seconds. Each group must draw their own table with 3 rows and 2 columns on the board provided by the teacher. The teacher will show the short description for each part of an essay. The group must write the part it describes within 5 seconds, according to the right place where it is written from the table that was shown. When the timer ends, all the group must raise their boards. Failure The groups that will gain a total of 6 points will proceed to the meat and vegetable part or the bun.
Alright, so did you understand the instructions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so kindly form a circle again. Kindly write 3 columns and 2 rows on your board first. Alright, so are you now ready, class? Yes. Or yes? What about the group 2? Are you ready? 2 rows and 3 columns. Yes. Three columns and 2 rows. Three columns. As 2 rows. So are you now ready? So for the first item, okay, I will now flash the description. Can you read it?
This part is where you develop and explain your main points with supporting details.
Write your answers. Okay, raise your boards. Alright, so you got the correct answer. For the item number 2, just memorize where it is placed. Okay, I will now start. Can you read?
The ending of an essay that sums up the ideas and gives the final message.
Here is your boards. Let's kindly let's see if you're correct. Alright, so you all got the correct answer. And for the last item. Okay, everyone please read.
It explains the topic and prepares the reader for the rest of the work.
Alright, raise your boards. understand our discussion, we will have a quiz time. But first, arrange your chairs. Alright, let's start. Am I too fast? I'm sorry. Are you all done with the item number 8?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
let's proceed to the last one. So are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
So please pass your papers. I will be the one to check. Alright, so can any of you complete the phrase, I have learned that? Yes, you again, Miss Evelyn. I don't. What about Grace Lee?
Typically, I have learned the different parts of an essay, which is the introduction, body, conclusion, and it is divided into different parts. At the same time, I have learned about the essay of Francisco Benitez, which is what is an educated Filipino.
Alright, thank you, Miss Gracie. So, now that we're done about our discussion, let us, once more, let's do the cha-cha club. Okay, everyone is stand. Okay? Now, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Clap, clap, cha-cha-cha. Before we end our discussion, kindly copy this assignment first. Your assignment book. Are you done, class?